Hey, SLC members, welcome to Thursday Night Live. We are here doing our live training. We are wrapping up week 4 of Pursuing Your Passion. We hope you have enjoyed and read all the blogs that Nadia and I have been doing, and you enjoyed Melissa's talk about her journey of becoming an author, which is just so exciting. I think it's kind of on that bucket list that everybody wants to do, is just write a book about something, but to actually do it and to pursue it is just a whole nother level of passion. And so as we wrap up this week, I thought I would start by sharing with you, Nadia in her blog this week had a little blurb from Steve Jobs. I thought I would just read it to you about what he talks about passion. So he's found over the years, however, is that many people, maybe even most, don't understand what passion means. To them, it's a rush of feeling and excitement that drives them to do something. That's a limited definition and one that will run dry before you get where you want to go. You'll give up because you won't be able to keep going on. So how many of us have experienced that rush of excitement, that pursuit, that trying a new thing, and man, I just love it. This is the greatest thing. And then 6 months later, you're not doing it anymore. Or sometimes maybe we're trying to find our passion and we're throwing darts at a board and, just trying to make something work so we could have something in our life that we can say, I'm passionate about it. I think one of the most discouraging things is listening to other people going, man, I'm just so in love with what I do. I so love my job. I so love this great hobby. I'm so involved, with this activity and that activity. And it just so fulfills me. And it just, I love it so much. And you're sitting there going, wow, I don't even have anything like that in my life or anything going on. And so I think it can be really important when we're pursuing our passion that we do look past that emotion of what passion is, and that we really look at the intellectual side of passion. That thing that is going to sustain you. Use marriage as an example. So I've been married 22 years, and you meet that person and there's the rush of adrenaline and all of those rose-colored glasses, and you're so in love, but there's passion and there's this like igniting fire. And then 22 later you've settled into this calm, patient, peaceful mode. But honestly, that is passion also. It's just passion in a little bit different way. I like to call that committed passion. It's pursuing something with your whole heart and being committed to it, whatever that is, and following it through because you do love it. And I think, marriage can be a great example of that. Like, I love my husband, so I pursue it with my whole heart, and I work at it, and I take strides at it, and I get rewards from it and benefits from it, but there are struggles and disappointments in it too. But it is a calm, steady rhythm in my life. And so when I think we're thinking about passion, it always sounds so exciting. And we always say, ignite your fire and get fired up about something. And we want you to be fired up about what you do. But we also want you to understand the flip side of that is that passion, or really pursuing passion for a long term, living it out day by day, is not easy. You will have struggles. You will have failures. You will have defeats in pursuing anything that you love. But the question is, if you're truly passionate about it, you will stick it out. You will make it work. You will go the extra mile. You will push yourself. You will drive yourself, and you will make it happen. I'm looking at my husband who's running this small business right now, and he's literally working 80 to 100 hours on any given week. But he is passionate about what he's doing. He's pursuing it for the long haul. It gives him as much joy as it gives him as much discouragement and defeat. And in that, he is starting to find that calmness of passion, that inner energy, that inner spirit that you need to push in order to get that job done and to really make it happen. So I don't want to, say, hey, be passionate about something. It's great. But I also want you to think about, just sustaining that passion is a long-term endeavor. And there are a lot of things that can get in the way of that passion, and we can make a lot of excuses for not pursuing it. I think one of the big roadblocks that, we can talk about and take a look at is, your belief system. And, are you playing it safe all the time? Are you doing anything that truly challenges you, that takes you out of your comfort zone, that exposes you to new things and to new elements as you're maybe trying to pursue and trying to find, what you're passionate about. You may not know today what exactly you love to do or you're passionate about. I think it took me, what am I, 40? I'm 44 now, I'll just be honest. And I did a first half of my career in human services, and man, I thought, this is what I'm passionate about, and this is what I love. And you know what I did? I loved it for 18 years, and I did it. But then I realized, wow, I had another need that was driving inside of me. Through that career, I found this little niche that I really loved even more than this kind of whole big picture over here. And I said, man, if I could do this little niche, if I could do this full time, this would be what I want to do. This would sustain me. This would, no matter if I got discouraged or defeated, I knew that I would be able to push through those roadblocks because I truly did enjoy it and love it that much. And that has happened. Now I get to live out that little niche of what I love to do every, single day, and pursue some other things on the side. So I'm going back to school because I want to challenge myself and grow in that area of passion that I have. And I'm doing this. I'm challenging myself to teach and to train and get out of my comfort zone and to write blogs or write anything at all, do all of that. And so, all of those things mixing in with that, utilizing that one little thing that maybe you love and want to do with your life, and then branching off and finding other things that fuel that really do ignite and that really do fuel, that passion for you. So I really want you to think about, where do your beliefs come from? What are some roadblocks that you might be hitting in your way? Is there something about yourself that has hindered you from pursuing that passion, or maybe even believing that you're capable of doing what you really love to do? Is there some fear there that you are looking at or struggling with? Fear is a huge roadblock to achieving your goals. It doesn't really matter what it is that you're trying to achieve, but it can really cause some long-term detriments to you going where you want to go. I would say for a couple of years of my life, when I thought about taking this leap and wanting to really pursue this niche and seeing what was out there for me, I was very fearful of the whole process of leaving what I've known to jumping into the unknown. And it's very scary. I really was probably debating it and paralyzed with it for a couple of years before, I felt released and just decided to take that leap of faith, if you will, which I think passion is a lot about faith. It's a lot about believing in yourself, surrounding yourself with incredible people who know you, who can push you, who can counsel you, who can advise you, surrounding yourself with a group of people who are also fueled in that same way, geared with that same passion that you may have, and so definitely all of those things play into that factor. And then again, let's not discount God in this whole picture of what we're looking at in our passion. I truly believe that God has a purpose for each one of us, and purpose and passion can go hand in hand. And as we have been pursuing our purpose, I think we talk about that a lot. Is, what is our purpose here on earth? What is the plan for me? What am I here for? That we can really find that as we search for those things that we're passionate about. And it might take you trying a gazillion things. I think I've tried just about everything. I can't think of a hobby I haven't tried. I can't think of a role I haven't tried. Different things just to see, hey, what really stuck with me, what really resonated with me as I was getting to know myself and kind of growing up and saying, what is it that I want to do? Who do I want to be? What do I want to contribute here? Rather than looking for my purpose, I thought, what do I want to contribute? Who do I want to be? Who do I want people to see me as? What do I want my legacy to be? And when I started to think about those questions, I was able to filter in what I was passionate about and what my true purpose here is. And I'm not going to say that I have all the answers. I think, I know a little bit about what my purpose is, that I'm here to encourage and motivate people. Those are, I think, some of my gifts that I bring to the table. I'm, here to listen and to be a light and to speak into other people's lives as I have them speak into mine. And so, I want to be all those things. I strive to be all those things. But in my job, I get to do all of those things. So, I had a friend tell me once, I was asking her, she had been in a career for about 25, 30, I can't even count how long she'd been. And she always seemed, when I talked to her about it, and this is always kind of my gauge when I look at someone who's truly living out their purpose and truly living out their passion, they've been in it for years. I've never heard her say like a negative thing, maybe some, little maybe administration things or again, corporate things like that, but truly about the job in itself. I've never heard her speak ill of anyone or a client or a person. And I could really tell in that she loved every minute of what she was doing. And what I asked her sustained her. She said, well, I knew what my purpose was. My purpose was to encourage and motivate people. And if I was doing that every single day, I was doing my job. It didn't matter in what capacity she was doing that. Whoever she touched or whoever she came into contact with or whatever she did, she just tried to do those things. And in that, she lived out her purpose, which also led to her living her passion because she got to do that every day. So they work simultaneously hand in hand. And it doesn't have to be that complicated. We spend a lot of time dwelling on what is my purpose? What is my grand purpose? Instead of just really living day to day and looking at, hey, what am I doing today that I know are my strengths, that I know I love to do, that I know I enjoy? Start there. Start doing those things. Don't make it so complicated and so heady and trying to figure out, well, I'm on this, and this, and this. You don't have to do that. Start living each day as if you have a purpose, as if you know what it is. And, sometimes I think we just fall into that and taking a look at it as we look at, these things and being passionate in our life. So my encouragement to all of you guys today, because, hey, that's what I love to do, is don't get discouraged. It takes a long time sometimes to find what you are really, really passionate about. And it may not be what you're thinking. Maybe you're passionate about investing in your children. That's great. Be passionate about that. Be full in it. Be engaged in that process. Maybe it is you're passionate about what you're doing at work. Great. Give 110%. Even if you're not working for yourself, give 110% like you are working, for yourself. Maybe you're really passionate about some of the hobbies you do. Maybe you're a crafter. Maybe you're a book reader. Maybe you're, involved with your animals. It doesn't matter, what that is that you want to pursue, but fill your life with it. We talked in 1 second about work-life planning, and, part of work-life planning is, understanding what it is you want and need to be doing and what your purpose is. And so think about all of that as you, go into this new journey and looking at what is it that I'm really passionate about. Can you make a living at it? Not all of us can make a full-time living off of what we're passionate about. It's just not possible. I wish reading books would be some sort of, a career. I suppose it could be like an editor maybe, but I have to be way more passionate. I like reading. I'm not sure I like critiquing, and I'm certainly not a good speller for any of those of you who know me. My spelling and grammar would not meet that mark. But, so again, you might be passionate about it, but again, it might not lead to, money or a career, and that's okay, because it's about living your life. And it's about being happy and being content and being motivated and being ignited and being excited about what you're doing in your life. And again, that can be so many things. So don't limit yourself to be like, well, I got to find, what I'm passionate about in the workplace. It may not be there for you right now. Mine, again, like I said, what I'm really passionate about didn't come until about 8 years ago. So I've been in the career, I've been like 20 years, work 25. I don't even know how many years working before I really felt like, wow, I found what I want to do. And, my husband, he's 48 and now he's a doctor. He started like 2 years ago, and he was in a whole different career for that whole time that he really enjoyed. I don't know that he was super passionate about it, but he enjoyed it and it sustained him. but then got to jump into something he was really passionate about and really, again, wants to work 100 hours a week for. So, you know, just a little bit different thought process there. But again, we're older, you know, it took a while to find what we really wanted to do, and that's okay. So don't get discouraged. Don't get disappointed in yourself. Don't get disappointed in those around you. If you need support, you know, this is what Serenity is here for, and why we have coaching. And, you know, one of the best things you can do for yourself, and I have done this, is some coaching. Getting a coach who can help walk you through some of these things, work out, filter out, you know, what is going on, and flush out those things to help you find your purpose and help you find your passion. So if you are interested in doing some individual coaching sessions, Nadia and I would love to meet with you and work on, you know, any of those things that you would like to work on. And happy to help with that. I know when I did coaching, it really helped me hone in on, you know, some of those things maybe I wasn't seeing about myself that someone else could pull out in me by just asking, you know, certain questions in a certain way that would draw that out of me. So just want to remind you that we do have that available, and if you would like to do that, we are certainly available for you guys here. This is also a learning forum, so we want to hear from you. So please contact us, reach out. You can share articles if you have any great ideas on pursuing your passion or anything like that. We want you to share with us. Communicate with us. We're on Facebook all the time, you know, doing different things. You can communicate with us through email. We're happy to hear from you and help give you, you know, guidance or direction, or hey, just be a listening ear if you want to flush some stuff out. So just wanted to encourage you that way, that we do have that available for you. But I am glad that you're part of this community, because being part of this community just tells me that you're interested in taking a look, you know, at some of these things and challenging yourself in a new and different way. And I know I am too. I love being a part and hearing your guys' feedback and everything. And so I'm also very excited about next month. We are going to be doing a great segment, and it's how to create a purpose-filled culture. I'm so excited about this. Our guest speaker is Ashley Rieker. And Ashley, you'll have to go read her bio. She did this great little bio. She did like a by day and by night, and I just loved it. It just really made me laugh. But she has really developed in her own personal business that she co-founded with her husband, called 3LE. She has really developed this purpose-filled culture unlike anything that I have ever seen. And so I really am looking forward to talking about next month. We're going to be talking about culture. You know, we're always talking about purpose around here at Serenity, so that'll never be something that you miss, but we're going to be talking about team culture, team dynamics, individual culture, subcultures, all kind of, you know, great things like that. And then Ashley, on our second week, will be talking about a purpose-filled culture and really how she's developed that in her own business. And so I'm really excited and looking forward to that. So I hope you guys have an absolutely wonderful evening. It has been great chatting with you. Again, please reach out, contact me and Nadia. We love hearing from you guys. Have a great week. See you next month.